Hello everyone, I'm Stephanie, founder of Moms Wear Capes. I'm honored to bring to you someone who is helping me in my personal journey as a single mom dating. This is a very non-traditional program that you may not want your kids in the room for, because I'm going to be very honest about my struggles as a single mom who's kind of recently in the dating world. So what I've done is I've brought an 8-year dating expert on camera to work with all of us, and particularly me, on the struggles and the joys of dating as a single mom, because it doesn't have to be as hard as we're telling ourselves it is. And Crista, you're going to tell us a little more about that. First, tell us about yourself and your program.
Okay, well, like you said, I've been coaching and advising women on dating and relationships since 2009, and I've evolved a lot since then, and my current program is the Surefire Dating Formula, and it's really a compilation of all of my work as a dating coach since then. And really, I wanted to put something together that really helped women in a short period of time really jumpstart their love lives, and really be able to not only put themselves out on the dating scene, but powerfully put themselves out on the dating scene effectively, so they can save time and so they can enjoy the process. And my goal with my ladies is to have them date quality partners, because the people that come to me, they really want to have a long-term committed relationship with someone that they can love and loves them, and to spend the rest of their lives with someone. So it's a different endeavor to date that way than to just date for fun. Right. So I'm more okay, let's date in a way so you can find that partner for yourself.
I think as single moms, we're all really eager to find love. But I think that psychologically we have a barrier saying you don't deserve it. You already messed this up once. Can you speak to that barrier that says, don't get married again, you already screwed up the first one? Because I screwed up 2 marriages already, and I'm only 33.
Well, that's the thing, because in our society, we have it that a divorce is a failure. We have it that breakups are failures.
Yeah.
That's a context. Is that real? No. That is a made up thing. Is it a failure that you left a relationship where you were being abused? Is it a failure that it's really about learning. It's about learning what you need, and maybe you didn't choose the best person for you, or maybe that person wasn't stepping up to the plate. But does it mean that you're a failure? It just means you had a certain intention and then you didn't fulfill on that intention. And so then you're pressing a reset button, and you're going to take the time to learn about yourself and learn about what you need and learn about what you want, and then you're going to go at it again. You're not going to make it mean that you're a failure, because you're not.
I love it.
You're not.
That's such a beautiful reframe. I'd like to say that it took a failed marriage for me to become the woman that I am. And I was just at a big party that you know here in Austin, the Internet Marketing Party. I'm sure you've maybe even been before.
I haven't been yet.
Yeah.
But I want to go.
I'm sure you've heard of it. And people are telling me, oh my God, Stephanie, I don't even recognize you. I've known you for 6 years or 7 years, and your eyes are radiating something different, and your face is different, and your mannerisms are different. And I really came alive in my divorce, because I had the opportunity to be with a wonderful, brilliant person and create this wonderful, brilliant kid. But it also was my greatest teacher, the divorce and my ex. And so leaving that with gratitude is something I would say has revolutionized my life and brought me on the Moms Wear Capes journey. When someone does come to you, how do you help them get the courage as a single mom to get back in the dating scene? Because let's be honest, our bodies are very different, and we're feeling maybe a little shy. I mean, for me, I have like bladder out of control, like your boobs are sagging. You don't feel as much in your body. What would you tell people?
Well, I would say I completely understand. As a single mom, you feel like your body's different, but all women have something about their bodies, whether they're a single mom and have gone through that journey of giving birth or not. So it's really a woman thing of really being okay with where your body's at. And there are people out there that would want to be with everything that you have. Because we have it in our society that men only want this physical perfection thing. But men want a connection. Yes, they want to have sex with you.
No one wants to have sex with me. I've been trying to get laid since October.
Okay, well then maybe we need to look at that a little bit. Really? Since October?
No, probably since April.
Okay, so since April, and
I'm just not meeting quality guys. I need your help. I've gone out on dates.
Yes.
They're either too old or too young. I'm just not meeting, and then when I meet guys, I think my age, I feel like I intimidate them because, as you knew from the very first time we ever spoke, I'm not. I don't think I'm very politically correct.
Okay, I don't get that from you, but okay.
Oh, good.
Oh, you mean because you're very vivacious with your language and your expression?
Yes.
Oh, I think a lot of guys will get into that. Really? Yes.
How can I meet a self-expressed man? How can I meet a man who is not going to waste time with small talk? I am dying. I mean, just so eager for connection with a quality man who wants to get in the deep end with me.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what you would do. You just want to make the effort to put yourself out there and look for that. You know, you don't know, if you're out in a bar, out here and there, look for the guys that are going to generate a connection with you, who are going to be self-expression with you. If that's the thing that's important to you, and that's part of working with me, we go to the heart of the matter of what you're truly looking for. Like right now, you're saying you want someone who can be expressive, because that's what you're wanting. You're wanting this sort of like fun connection. But after working together, we're going to put that on the list and kind of play with everything that you want, and then we're going to hone in on the core things that you really want and need. Because as a single mom, you're not just looking for someone to have fun with. You're looking for someone who's going to be interacting with your son.
Yes.
You're wanting a man who is going to love him.
Right.
You're going to want someone that you're proud to bring home and integrate into your family. So it's a whole different thing. But whether you're a single mom or not, you want to take the time to look at who do you want to really integrate into your life. And so it really is easy when we're first starting to date to be like, I want this fun thing, I want this. But really, we need to start thinking a little deeper, because the characteristics that you want for your son may be a little different. A little more. So we need to look at that a little bit.
It's funny that you say that, because my life coach in Aspen, Beth, and I'm going to introduce the audience to her next time I can get to Aspen and sit down with her on camera, because she's a genius. And one of the things that she helped me with when my husband left me, it was October of 2016. And I said, I don't know if I'm done having children. I don't know if I'm okay with this divorce. I'm going to fight to get him back. And she said, if your dynamic is really, if there's so much friction in the dynamic between you two, if you can just let him go, you can bring someone into your life who shows your son how to treat a woman like a queen. And that was like, light bulb went off. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want.
But you know what it takes? You being the queen. And a lot of single moms don't take the time to be the queen, which means self-nurturing, taking care of themselves, honoring their needs and wants, like really being in tune with that. And a lot of single moms that I see are just really swamped with kids, job, running the household, discipline, everything, and they're burnt out and they're tired and they're like, but I want someone, but I don't have any time. So like, how do you make the time?
Exactly.
And we can just be like, okay, make the time. Okay, put it on your calendar. But then there's something missing there, because it's about putting that on your calendar because you're wanting to honor yourself. And I think being a single woman, it's about putting that time and honoring yourself to have that partner in your life and making that a priority, but also making yourself a priority and taking care of yourself. I think for single moms, those two things need to be in place, because that's going to enhance your femininity. When you're like taking time for yourself, taking that bubble bath, getting that babysitter, so some women get in touch with their femininity by doing baths or spas. Some women get in touch with their femininity by kicking butt, like doing like karate or like something hardcore. They need to get that physicalness out, and then they feel, ooh, I feel so relaxed and kind of in my center. Yeah. So that you need to go hit something or
running or weightlifting.
Like get it out. And so whatever it is for you, definitely take time each week, because that's going to enhance your attractiveness, enhance your happiness. And men do want to be with a woman who's happy. And if single women are not happy because they're so burdened by their lives and they're not being the queen and honoring their lives and honoring what they need, it's a training, really. It's a habit to be the queen.
Right.
I'm still learning how to, I'm still learning how to be the queen, to articulate what I need and want.
Yeah.
It takes time.
It does.
To figure that out.
Well, speaking of time, that I think might be the number one biggest excuse that women make.
All women, not just single women.
Not just single moms or single women.
Sorry,
right.
Not just single moms.
So speaking of time, I think that's the number one biggest excuse that single moms make for not dating. I am in that boat.
Okay, yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just a matter of, like I said, really creating, you need to create the time, and also get in tune with why you're even doing this. You have needs. You're a woman. You want to feel that physical connection with another man. You want to feel like an emotional connection. You want to have fun with someone. You're doing this as an act for your own self-love. You want to have that for your life, and you deserve that. And so if you deserve that, then it needs to be carved out somehow. Either a babysitter, making sure someone in the family is supporting you in that. There's so many ways as a single mom to find someone. So like, if you don't have
like
time,
the Whole Foods thing I just told you.
There's this, I mean, I'm getting excited now for you. I'm like, okay, so if you don't have a lot of time.
This is part one. Part two is going to be really hot. Okay,
so, well, one, working with me, we're going to get crystal clear on the kind of person that you want, and we're going to hone it down, and we're really going to create your compass. And the only men that you're going to be able to date are going to fit within those 4 key qualities. And it's a process I take my single ladies through. And so once we have those 4 key qualities, dating gets so much easier, because then you can articulate clearly the man you're looking for. You can tell family, you can tell friends. You don't even have to be out on the dating scene. You just work your network and be like, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this.
Like the antennas with the ant, and you're sending electromagnetic signals.
It's a radar. My compass that I help women create, it becomes their radar, and then they see everything through that.
Okay.
And then you can develop your friends and family and your associates and everyone to have that radar for you.
I love this. So just the way that I network with my business, I'm going to network with my love and my heart.
Yes.
That's a great analogy. So not to be...
Let's be one.
But another problem I'm having is, so after I first started talking to you about, we went through all my myths and all the things that I was telling you. I think I actually wrote them down, and it was, my body's very different. My tits are sagging and they squirt milk. And
Someone would find that hot.
How can I attract lovers without timers or expectations? How can I find time? And how can I meet an incredible man? Blah, blah, blah. So we kind of started with that. And since we've started talking, I have contacted a sitter and said, I need you to make Saturday nights sacred. Never plan anything else on a Saturday night. This is my sacred time. Even if I'm going and sitting at a bar with a fashion magazine, not a computer, but a fashion magazine or something that people feel like they can interrupt me with.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you, that it would be a great idea. And it's very easy. You just go to the bar, just be available. And a magazine's nice, because then you get to be busy, but not in a deep way. And then you get to really see which men start to approach you. And men will approach you.
The right ones, though.
Well, it's really about being a single woman and being a single mom. You're developing your funnel. In the end of the funnel, you want to have that person, your person.
Yeah.
But it means putting a lot of men into that funnel and staying open. And some men may come into the funnel that you're like, well, I don't know. But then you sort them.
Yeah.
And then they start to fall down into the funnel. And then a few good ones start coming out at the end. And then you get to sort who you want to spend the most time with. Because a woman with options doesn't have to settle.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that you're staying open to even the men that you're like, well, I don't know if I'm really attracted to them. Because they might actually be the perfect fit for you. But it takes time to get to know them.
Yeah.
People don't always show themselves on a first date. People don't always show themselves on a first meeting.
Right.
I know I don't. I put on this nice, happy thing, but I'm a very complex human being. And it takes time to get to know me. So wouldn't it take time to get to know you or get to know a man? So I think if someone fits within your compass, the 4 key things, and you're seeing that right away, I'm always a big advocate for giving someone a chance, even if you don't think there's a lot of sexual attraction or chemistry, because that can develop over time.
So,
Yes.
another objection.
Yes.
Do it. If I'm only able to devote Saturday nights right now, and then every other weekend, because I have a co-parenting calendar and whatever, is that enough time? How much time do I need to be able to devote to getting people in that funnel?
I think you need to just work with what works for your schedule, and honor yourself. I would say 1 night a week is better than no nights a week.
Yeah.
It's all about creating momentum and being that stand for yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're going to carve out, that's awesome that you're going to carve out Saturday nights.
Thank you
for
challenging me.
Yeah, this is a beautiful thing. I think just having that for you. Now that we're so for you, carving that night out, and then maybe having a little chunks of time throughout the week for a phone call or a texting time, or just a little during the week for yourself to be able to connect in that way.
Dating, even like when they might not fit into the compass, or because I don't even know what I want yet, probably. Yeah. It has been my greatest teacher in myself and expressing myself as a queen and what I want. And just asking, for those little things that I want. Like, I don't need much, but here's what I do need, and I'm worth it. And if you can't give that, I'm out.
So then how did that person respond?
Loved it. Thought it was perfect. Thought it was a great idea.
Yeah. Okay, well then he's into you.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's hope so.
We'll see how he is in between.
Yeah, exactly. So the next thing, I told you that yesterday I was at the Thinkery here in Austin, the Children's Museum, scouting out the single dads looking for a date. It was mediocre. I have much more luck at Whole Foods. Okay. Because there's a playground on top of the Whole Foods, and I meet so many single dads there. So that's been great. I have a date tonight with a single dad that I met at the Whole Foods, which is great. Where are other places that single moms can meet men where it feels like maybe the bar scene might be intimidating? I find the bar scene rather intimidating because I don't drink.
And especially I find that moms, especially if you have young children, you're still in this very sensitive space.
Yeah.
You're kind of in this gentle space.
Yeah.
So bars are kind of loud.
Yeah.
That's why I recommend like a real classy, kind of quiet, elegant bar for you. Just something kind of classy and nice. But other places, to answer your question, one, we need to figure out what your compass is, because that helps to dictate where to go.
I never even thought to do that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a numbers game. Get them in the funnel.
No, you don't have time for a numbers game.
That's true.
You have time for a strategic game.
Yeah.
You don't have time. It's not about just going out and having fun anymore. It is, but it's like you just don't have time to waste.
Right.
So why waste your time on men that aren't going to be a good fit? So you need to know who's a good fit.